Connie and Labby present the 1980
Gag Reel.
Gag Reel.
Hooray for Hollywood! That's gooey bally-hooly Hollywood, where any office boy or young mechanic can be a panic with just a good-looking pan.
And any shop girl can be a top girl if she pleases the tired businessman.
Hooray for Hollywood! You may be homely in your neighborhood.
Be an actor, see Mr. Factor, you make your kisser look good.
Go out and try your luck, you may be done with that. Hooray for Hollywood! Hooray for Hollywood! Hey, Benny! Hi, Ronnie! Come on, fellas, you're here! Hooray for Hollywood! That woolly blind and woolly Hollywood!
They hire cowboys and they hang their chaps up and all their maps up and give them all that they lack. Now ain't it funny? They pay them money. Shows what you can do if your horse can act.
Hooray for Hollywood! They hire fellas whose physiques are good, and then they tell them they're the perfect shape men to act like ape men, and they convince them they should. They make them grunt and yell, oh, and people think they're swell, oh, hooray for Hollywood! It's really got me, hooray, 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 hooray for Hollywood!
This is Connie Chung. Coming up at 6 o'clock, Moscow's in flames and missiles heading towards L.A. Plus, Bill Stout's perspective and much more coming up next.
Coming this way later tonight, another thing you might consider is dialing AIRPORP. See, I spelled airport wrong, didn't I? AIRPORT, and if that's in the 213 area code, just dial that number. They'll give you the latest traffic conditions and parking lot conditions.
Jim Hill live from Ohio State's run at the Beef Bowl, and we'll see if the Buckeyes can out-eat. USC.
They got a long way to go. USC consumed an awful lot of beef last week when we were over there, Connie. You go ahead and finish now. I think you'll make it.
And we'll have this.
Mustang also has a special Aldo Moro option for Italian terrorists.
There are 30 different companies represented here. One of them is Rockwell International, and it hopes to hire 75 people from among the 1,400 that Ford Motor Company laid off. Do it again. The beautiful lady's getting me nervous there. One of them is ready to find 75 people. Stop it again. Stop it. It hopes to find 75. Among them is Rockwell International. It hopes to find... There are 30 different companies represented here. Among them is Rockwell International, and it hopes to find 75 people it can hire from among the hundreds who were... that long week off, guys.
Tonight begins the Jewish holiday of Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights. And standing by at his home, live with Instant Eye, is Rabbi Bradley Bliefeld of the Baltimore Hebrew congregation with his family. And now they will light the first light of Hanukkah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechiyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Praised are you, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who has kept us in life, sustained us, and permitted us to reach this joyous occasion. Amen.
Rabbi Bliefeld, this is Richard Scher, and we'd like you to explain the significance of Hanukkah, if you would.
This begins our 8-night festival of religious freedom. We commemorate the time over 2,000 years ago when a small group of Jews fought for their religious freedom against the Assyrians. This holiday commemorates that fight for freedom, and indeed has a special meaning this year, not only because my congregation is celebrating its 150th year in a festival of rededication, but because we of the Jewish community share in the concern for the hostages being held in Iran, for they too are suffering under a contemporary form of religious tyranny.
Well, we certainly hope that all of those prayers are answered, and may all of us here wish you and all of your family a very happy holiday, Rabbi.
And so the seeds of our addiction to the automobile and to gasoline were sown. But you know, we're also to blame. We came here with a dream. Jesus, Sal. I can't.
While relatives of some of the 52 left behind said they were glad for the queer family and hoped other hostages might follow, the word from Tehran today was no other releases were planned.
Albert also said he and Mr. Ford agreed that one important job of the old Congress is action on the nomination of Nelson Rockefeller as vice president. The former New York governor, Nelson Benton wouldn't be bad in there. The New York governor visited the White House today.
Cronkite's leaving CBS this year, but the network assures us that Dan Rather will carry on in Walter's professional tradition.
Demonstrated today in Istanbul against Greeks who may believe responsible for the killing this week of two Turkish ambassadors in European capitals. The rallying point for the demonstration today was the famous St. Sophia Museum. Armenian hostility toward Turkey is, of course, in the background of that story, and I have to be candid with you and tell you that I lost my place. But the most important thing here is that this demonstration today had several aspects to it that indicated that the Turks are indeed angry with not only the Greeks, but with the Armenians. The first major test of strength for Democratic presidential hopefuls in New York was held today. The group paring down the long cast of candidates is the liberal-minded New York New Democratic Coalition. That's a statewide organization that grew out of the politics of the anti-war movement. Morton Dean covered it.
3 New Jersey Teamsters ordered to appear in the lineup returned to Detroit this morning. Salvatore Berguglio, his brother Gabriel Berguglio, and Thomas Andretta. The men the government says an informer has implicated in...
Obviously, this is not one of our better evenings. We'll get back to that piece, which concerns the Jimmy Hoffa case, after a bit. A strike by service employees has grounded all flights of the nation's biggest air carrier, United Airlines, for at least the weekend. Picket lines were set up at the world's busiest airport, O'Hare Field, near Chicago, and United said its schedule beyond the weekend would be determined on a day-to-day basis. That strike began last night at midnight. Negotiations are continuing in Washington.
Governor Brown, who returned to California today, cutting short a European vacation, toured the riot area. Oh, Christ. Let's do it over. Just that far.
Trouble with our feed from Los Angeles.
Brent left us for the Big Apple. His replacement...
Morning News with Jess Marlow, who's filling in for Floyd Calburn. Good morning, Jess.
Good morning, Jane. Thank you. Growing indications this morning that the Camp David Middle East Summit has reached the make or break stage.
You can't do it when you're sitting on it. I learned that from Gene Shalit.
The case has been cause celeb for liberals, but it could make a great law journal article on how to botch a murder case. For example, you fuckers.
Sorry.
All right. The case has been... All right, hold on. Just get... The case has been cause celeb for liberals who... The case has been cause celeb for liberals, but it could make a great law journal article on how to botch a murder case. For example, 14 pieces of evidence.
You got it.
About the only thing anybody agrees on is that there is indeed a trial going on and that a taxi driver was found murdered up here. What do I do with my hands? I'll try this one. Dave Lopez.
Biologists and Department of Sanitation officials feel that the worst is now over and the African perch has stopped dying. All right, here we go. As for any problems if you eat a fish,
if you eat these fish.
And the African perch fish. Come on, back. Come on, let's keep close. Well, let's try it again. Biologists I hate fish. As for any problems of eating a fish that are... Shit. I can't do that again. Still really? All right.
There are 75... There are. God damn. Get it out, Jesus. Okay.
One more.
All right. I love it. Wait a minute. I love that. Wait till you hear this one. Well, Carl will love this. Close. Take 3. Okay. Judge Nicholson. What the hell else can he decide? All right. Judge Nichols has decided there was not sufficient evidence that he let this son of a bitch go.
Stand by for Captain Video and his Video Rangers.
Okay, from here to here, pan down here, okay? One district official, you rolling? Yeah. One district official told me that starting Monday morning, they're going to send out 50,000 people who are now on welfare, and their job is going to be simply this. Find a frog. Where do you go? Find a frog, and then they'll get paid.
But it makes a little noise here. Just a little noise it makes. So we're going to fix it.
How are we going to fix it, Hunter?
Oh, I'll do a little body work to it. Nobody will ever know.
Do you want this man to work on your car?
Oh. How about that? Look, you can't even do a little plastic filler. You'll never know it's even there.
Live from L.A., it's Gary Johnson, the Mormon Wonder.
Take the bomb. No, the bomb. Take the big one, bundle.
What year will your husband say the settlers first came to the town in which you live? In what year did the settlers come to the... Nanette, where do you live? What town?
Burbank.
In Burbank. Good. What year do you think the settlers first came to Burbank?
1940.
1940. They just settled in Burbank. Probably so.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't around.
Covered wagons came in, settled down. Everybody plowed the ground.
Yeah.
Right. Rosie, where do you live? What?
This is NBC News Update with Jane Pauley.
It's without a major expedition over to 11th Avenue. But, there's an auto parts place. If you pass on the road...
We're on air. Hello, just go ahead and start reading, so I'm sorry I'm late.
I'm sorry we're late. Microphone there. Cost of living. We're sorry to be late. The cost of living in January went up 0.8%, the largest increase in nearly a year.
Spendable income took the sharpest drop in 14 years.
Why'd you close the fucking window? Dang, this son of a bitch is going so goddamn fast. Let's get out of here. Salt water. Get out of here.
When Republican James Thompson was running for governor of Illinois last year, one of his promises was a tough new system for sentencing criminals.
Dig it. This is CBS Evening News with Roger Mudd. West Coast update. December 28th. Take one.
Union and industry representatives are meeting at the White House tonight with President Carter personally opening the session. But the talks are getting underway only after the coal operators, saying they had done their part,
this is why we can't pass through here. We cannot pass through this dog here. He's going to jump over the fence. You think we're going to pass through here? You're crazy.
We're going to ding.
You want to pay us $80 of hazard pay? Fine.
Hazardous duty pay.
Otherwise, forget it.
Campaign 80 with Cronkite and Company.
Good evening. President-elect Reagan today named his choices for 8 cabinet or cabinet-level positions in his administration. And in a prepared statement, Reagan said, "They share with me a firm determination to make government the servant of the people once again."
All right. We'll go over it one more time. I approve of larceny. Homicide is against my principles. Keep that in mind. Well, I can change that in a hurry. And we'll go over it again and again. I know we agreed not to meet again after we make the split. I'm willing to make an exception in your case.
Tuesday, Jackie, Debbie, and Sam are up to their old cosmic hijinks.
Hey, girls! I just got word from Venus. We're safe!
Find out what's shaking in space. Tuesday, 3 girls in orbit. Right after 3 girls in a sub.
Where is Pat O'Brien?
Hoping to find those 2 suspects. One of the suspects is described as
She was 6 feet of black dynamite. He was a short Hasidic Jew. She fought a savage battle to stay alive in the ghetto. He studied the Talmud at night. While she burned the ghetto to the ground, he kindled the Sabbath candles. Theirs was a love of passion, a torrid, sensual lust, fueled by those who said no. Samuel L. Bronkowitz presents Cleopatra Schwartz. They alone dared to triumph in a hellish inferno of unrelenting desire. Never before has the screen unleashed its violent fury. Never again will one man and one woman defy such incredible odds. Together, no one could stop them.
No pictures and no comments. Said no pictures.
On September 22nd, 1957, there occurred a multi-car collision resulting in over $55,000 in damages. Today, we are going to bring you the trial resulting from that incident. The litigants you will see are the actual people involved in the accident.
That when you're going to urinate, you're a male,
and you're going to urinate, and you unzip your trousers, and you take out your penis to urinate, you do, I think, look down to see where you're going to urinate.
You take aim.
You take aim, and one really does not wish to urinate on one's shoes or around the side of the toilet.
Oh, take me to the drive-in, prove you love me.
Your Honor, the prosecution is making a mockery of this courtroom.
While the judge confers with the attorneys, let's pause for this brief message.
KCBS 755 to Chopper 2.
Chopper 2, go ahead.
Yeah, we have a canyon fire with no access from the ground. Can you cover it?
10-4, we're on our way.
Jet-powered and fully equipped, Chopper 2 helps us get the news to you faster than ever.
Big Duke 6 to Eagle Thrust. Put on heading 270. Assume attack formation. That's a roger, Big Duke. Okay, we're going to... Here we go. We'll come in low out of the rising sun, and about a mile out, we'll put on the music. Music? Yeah, I use Wagner. It scares the hell out of the slopes. My boys love it.
Chopper 2 on the Channel 2 News at 4:30, 5, 6, and 11.
I have to go to the bathroom, you asshole.
Bulldozer 2, diesel-powered and fully equipped.
Jay Feldman left L.A. to become general manager of CBS in Philadelphia. To bring up the slumping news ratings, Jay has chosen a new lead-in, the 3:30 movie. Here are some of the films Jay personally has chosen.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes! Attack of the Killer Tomatoes!
KNBC News is now sliding into third place in the ratings. We acquired this secret air check of their new news format.
There ain't no reason why you let me wait. Just give me up and I will go. Let's set it straight. Let's set it straight. Let's set it right. And if I don't fit your plan, then set me free. But you refuse to set me free. Set me free. And you deny me of my needs. You have me under lock and key. Set me free. Just set me free. Just set me free. You never cared for what I had to say. It's just because you got to have it all your way. Bad habit, just can't have it. Well, I ain't no Superman.
Their only problem isn't with singing reporters, it's finding singing interviewees.
Just hurting me. It's just how it's going to be. Just set me free. Just set me free. Now I deserve to be as mad as hell because I just don't get it. I place myself in your hands to fall, but I'm not quitting now.
Terry Murphy, Channel 7. Channel 7? Oh, God.
How many pounds of cocaine are going to be snorted in the next 3 days in this hotel?
That's a tough thing to judge. I think it would depend on how much is in the area. What kind of a question is that?
Your announcer has been John Connie.
Tony Borello and Larry Green. Couple of schmucks. Jeez.
Off by the Ford Motor Company. I ran out of breath there, okay.
Buddy.
That's all, folks.